people I know who are in business or banking or, media, whatever, and don't necessarily have access to those sources of information, or who might get confused. It gets a bit sometimes complicated, and they go, well, what about the argument that abortion is murder? What should I think about that? Help me think it through. I don't think it is, but how do I express that? So because this is my expertise and this is what I've been doing for 30 years, I'm able to point them to what the sources of the debate, the facts, the evidence, lived experiences of people. How does this impact people in their real lives if you believe those things? And really do this in a way that I hope they can trust, but that is also, it's simple. Like, I try to explain things in a clear way. Why is this debate ongoing? For example, last year I went to New Zealand to meet sex workers, right? And there's sex work is legal in New Zealand. They decriminalized it 20 years ago. And I wanted to meet the prostitutes collective of New Zealand to ask them, how is it going? Because, that's one of the debates we have in Canada and the US. Sex work is illegal. Women shouldn't be in sex work. It's abusive. It's exploitative. And I thought, well, the women of New Zealand, the sex workers in New Zealand, obtained decriminalization. Are things better? And then I went to meet them, and yes, they told me things are better. We're not harassed by the police. We're not put in prison. We don't have a criminal record. We can pay our taxes and collect a pension when we retire. It is better. And those of us who want to get into sex work can do so without fear of coercion and violence and police abuse, which is a big problem for sex workers around the world. So that's not something most people have information about. They just don't know how to think about it. They just hear, prostitution is bad. How should I think about it? I thought, well, let's go and ask the women themselves, how do they live that experience on a day-to-day basis? And I thought, I'll go to the place that has decriminalized it. Let's find out what they have to say. So that's one example of what I do.